Hi guys, welcome to Lisa Loves, and today I am going to bring you a review of the new Spielberg movie Ready Player One. I was lucky enough to go yesterday with my husband and son to see a 3D version in like the big posh screen in our hometown. It's like massive. 3D is not something I'm a fan of per se. I think it works really well with cartoons, with animation, but with real life footage as such, it's something that I don't feel the technology is really that good for as yet. But with this one I thought, yeah, well, a lot of this obviously is animated, so it probably will work quite well, and it did. So obviously it's based on a book by Ernest Cline. I haven't actually read the book. I know some friends have and are massive fans of the book. Chris from Two Vloggers More, I think I'm right in saying it's one of his favourite novels. So he's a bit nervous as to what to expect from the movie. I didn't have that issue. Like I say, I haven't read it. Back in the 80s, not in the 80s, that's too long ago. In the 80s I was just hitting 4 or 5. But in the 90s, when I was a teenager, I played a lot of computer games. Big fans of Resident Evil, big fans of Tomb Raider, all that sort of thing. So I remember the Ready Player One at the beginning of games as the intro as such, when you were going to start, and pole position. Did it used to go boom, 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 boom? I'm sure that said Ready Player One at the start also. So, the story is based on, as I said, the Ernest Cline novel, and it follows gamers who compete in an area called the Oasis, which is, for want of a better word, a virtual reality world where you can be any avatar that you want, you can do anything you want, play any game you want, be part of the world, and most people seem to be spending most of their time in that world, because the real world is pretty shitty, to be honest. So the creator of the Oasis, James Halliday, sadly passes away, and as much of a massive fan he is of gaming and clues and puzzles and riddles, he wants to leave the Oasis and its control, not to a major corporation. He doesn't want that to happen, but he wants it to go to a gamer, someone with a love of the game. So he creates riddles, puzzles that whoever manages to get all the way through and solve at the end will get control of the Oasis and will get Halliday's fortune. So the movie follows that story. There's quite a lot of main characters, but the two main we follow is a girl called Artemis and the boys called Parzival. That's their avatar names. And I don't want to go into any detail about the movie. What I will say is, if you're a fan of gaming, it is a real love letter to the gaming genre, to gamers. It's just full of so many nostalgic references, not just to gaming but to movies. We've got references to John Hughes movies, to I don't want to give too much away, to all your favourite games. There's even Duke Nukem in there, there's Halo, there's Chucky pops up, there's bits and bobs. I'm not going to go into detail about a lot of the characters because I don't want to spoil it, but it just made me smile over and over again with all the references, with the car that Parzival drives. The soundtrack was amazing. It just had a real feeling of nostalgia for me. It just took me right back to the days when I used to play. I used to be a gamer, used to play a lot. And it does have a, like I say, it is a love letter to a gaming genre, but it also has a rather important message within there also, which it's very easy to work out by the end, but I'll leave that to yourself to find. I can't say enough good things about this movie. It was 2 hours, was it 2 hours 20, 2 hours 15? And our 7-year-old sat through transfixed. He's into gaming himself now. He mostly Lego things and things like that. But he absolutely adored it. He loved it. My husband, I think, loved it. He didn't say he didn't. It was really funny. It was sweet. It was nostalgic. The references were amazing. It's going to really appeal, I think, to everyone across the board. It's got so many references for so many different generations of people. I just love it. Some fun facts: I was doing a bit of reading about the movie. Gene Wilder was actually approached by Spielberg for the role of James Halliday. Gene Wilder's a big favourite of mine. He respectfully declined, but I think he would have been amazing in the role. Not that the role's not amazing as it is, but Gene Wilder in that role would have just been magical. Steven Spielberg, in the book, in the novel, there are quite a few references to Spielberg works, and he has taken all but maybe one of those references out of the movie. Again, I haven't read the novel, but anyone that has, there are a lot of references to Spielberg movies that won't be in the movie, but one, and I've already alluded to that. Spielberg did say that this is the most difficult movie that he's made following Jaws and Saving Private Ryan, and it is a masterpiece. It is fantastic. It's wonderful. It is a movie that I will watch again and again. It's one that my son will enjoy. If you're a parent that's pretty strict with your kids about violence, now this isn't like bloody violence, gritty violence, it's gameplay violence. There's the occasional bad word here and there. For the most part, Isaac has enough common sense to know what he should and should not be saying. He's at that age where if someone swears on telly, it's hilarious, you know. Things that we don't even think is a swear word, he thinks is, but you know, there's maybe one or two drops of swear words in this. But for the most part, if your child's pretty responsible and if you're not really strict, it's fine. Isaac loved it. Nothing frightening or scary in there. It's just really fun. I would urge everyone that is a fan of the 80s, of gaming, of movies, get out there and watch this. See it at the cinema if you can. If you can, even better, see it in 3D. It's just one that if you don't see it in the movies and you wait for DVD, you're going to be really disappointed that you didn't see it on the big screen. Just try and make the effort. And the screen that we went to see it in has got like the, you know, like where if there's explosions or crashes, that like it rumbles and you can feel it through your feet, through your seat. So it was a fantastic experience. I don't think I've written anything else down about it. No, that's it. So as I say, I don't want to go into any more detail. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I will say it is, so far this year, I'm torn between Coco and Ready Player One. For sheer mastery of work of Ready Player One, just amazing. I love Coco for sentimental reasons, but those two so far this year have been my favourite movies in a long time. So get out there, check it out, it's well worth it. Hope you really enjoy it. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought. If you want to see it, let me know if there's anything you're worried about. Really interested to know if anyone didn't like it. Was anyone disappointed? I loved it. Fantastic. So I'll stop blithering and I will say over and out from Lisa Loves.
3 keys. Three hidden challenges test for worthy traits, revealing 3 hidden keys to 3 magic gates. And those with the skill to survive these traits will reach the end. Where the prize awaits. Let the hunt begin.